Buenos dias, señor and señorita. Good morning to each of you. This message is for you from the heart of dawn. Well, I tell you, I had two situations yesterday that were definitely in the category of impossible. They definitely were. So we'll start with the first one. I interviewed a 17-year-old teenager that is inoperable brain cancer. And what made it impossible was that she couldn't talk. So what I had to do through her mother was interpret what she was saying to find out what it was that was driving her and what had happened that this deadly disease got created in her brain. Now that was a little bit like I thought for sure I could get information from her, but the only thing that happened was the odd little eye open a little, and her mother was able to interpret that a bit, and then her mother started telling me some things which allowed me to start putting the puzzle together. What happened to this beautiful angel that she would subconsciously make a decision to leave this world, to stop thinking, to stop the brain from operating? Well, it took a while. I don't know, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes or so to figure out the program and pattern. Now, I didn't do it yesterday because I still had more information. What I had to do was find out the when, and that's what her mother is doing for me right now. So not once, not even for a second did I think there wasn't a solution for that impossible situation, because they had already made a decision that they weren't going to operate, and they did that in December. What a courageous decision by the mother. Anyway, so I look forward to getting the information from her mom and to see what can be done, given that I don't have the usual somebody answering me immediately when I ask a question. So it does make it a little bit on the impossible side, but I have perfected the art of the impossible in many areas. So that's situation one. Now situation two is a little bit of a difficulty one. And, I have a few clients in my on-demand. I have very few of those because of the amount of time required for many of them. And I'll only do them if there's a large return on my investment of my time. And this one is, because this is going to finance my getting this work around the world. So I have been willing to put the time and effort into it. And so yesterday afternoon, a little early afternoon, I got this call from one of my business partners and said, I'm out of here. That's it. I just had enough of this. It's not working. If it was meant to happen, it had already been happening, and went on and on and on. So it's like, okay, it's done. Decision's been made. This person has made the decision. It's over. Not doing this. That's it. And then just proceeded to give me all of this litany of reasons why. And just, okay, and then hung up. That was it. So once again, it's like, okay, it's done. From their perspective. But it's never done for me. And even when I cannot see anything, because I've been sometimes blindly walking around in certain situations, figuring out, how come this isn't going on? How do I do this? And how do I manifest that? And what's that going on? And I'm doing that constantly. And anyway, so I reviewed in my mind what it was that this person had said. And I called them up and I said, well, just to let you know, I believe it's all a bunch of bullshit what you gave me. And I totally disagree with it all. And if you're open, we can look at retrieving this. And he said, Don, I always listen to you. If that's what you feel it can happen, I'm open to. So that's what I did. We met, and it was interesting. It took me about a half an hour from that call, no, about an hour from that call to make the connection time-wise. And soon as I did, he gave me a litany of things that already changed just by our connecting. And then when we actually connected, it was very simple. And what the piece was, and you know, it's so pivotal, and I'm finding this out in that getting rid of that ego energy, that this piece is absolutely the foundation for it all. And that's what I love about this, is like I find these nuggets, these gold pieces, that's like, wow, that's what that was. And so I just said to the person, you know what? You have never, ever, ever, in this 4 months that we have been doing this dance, made the final decision to be in your divinity. You always kept a back door for your ego to live and survive. And that's what's going on. And that's why these aren't working. And he said, wow, you're right, Don. I totally agree with you. Now, once they get to there, then it's easy from there. And what happened was I did all of the magic, got him back into his divine light, showed him how powerful he was, and all of the things, by the time I had made that second call, had already started to align, already started to come. Things that were impossible, things that couldn't happen, things that were already so thought gone, all got retrieved. And that's the art of the unknown, that impossible, and never going into thinking the worst. That's the most toxic program the ego has, is thinking the worst. It starts with noticing what's wrong, and then it immediately flips it into thinking the worst. And that's what phobias are about, the thinking the worst. I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm going to die from a balloon. I'm going to die from a mouse. I'm going to die from a bug. That's it. That's the ego in its full regalia. Anyway, as much as I kicked and screamed and throw temper tantrums for years over this, the way things were instead of the way I wanted them to be, and perfecting that when there's nothing in front of me, knowing that it's going to happen. And so I have perfected the art of the impossible. And once again, I forgot my darn earbuds, even though they're in my pocket, but I'm going to put them on right here now anyway. A common mistake. Okay. So the other piece that's very, very, very exciting is that I am doing on Saturday, Giancarlo and I are doing the I Am Divinity Instant and Permanent Transformation by donation in Spanish. And yes, I'm doing it on Sunday in English, but Spanish is Saturday. This is the inaugural meeting. And looking so forward to doing that. And those of you that are Spanish listening, the link is on my Facebook page, and you can get that. And you can also get the one on my Facebook page for Sunday for the English version. So pretty amazing, all of the pieces that's taking place. And I've already got 3 potential clients for my You Are Your Cure to Your Terminal Disease. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. Ranging from 17 to 81. Yes, all that there's nothing that could be done. And now I'm going to finalize with one piece. I have talked to this one person that tomorrow, listen to this tomorrow. Because no, I guess it'll be Saturday because he's getting the results tomorrow. What we believe is absolutely stunningly magical and powerful and divine. And it'll be clinically proven what he and I have done in the last 2 weeks. Clinically proven. Something that's absolutely impossible on a human scale. But we're just waiting for the clinical proof to prove what I'm saying to be true is actually true. So lots happening, like just lots happening. So glad you're listening. I trust there was a message in this for you. A message in this for you. You could take something and say, wow, how could I apply this knowing? How can I access this I am divinity that I already have? That's the key that you already have. I'm not giving you anything. You don't need anything. You just need everything being taken away that's not who you are. That's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah. So, anyway, uh, have a magnificent day. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Most famous, mañana. Bye for now. And check me out on my Facebook page if you need to connect with me on those terminal illness pieces.